Assalamu alaikum, friends. How are you? I hope everybody would be absolutely fine. Okay, today we have got a very special guest for you, a wonderful friend of mine. She has done her master's in linguistics from University of Karachi and also taught in Eureka, where she taught to great professionals like doctors, businessmen, and socialists, economists as well. And teaching is her passion. So let me take this privilege to welcome Miss Saira Faizan. Assalamu alaikum, Saira. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm absolutely fine. Tell me about you.
Alhamdulillah, great. How do you feel coming to this platform?
Waqar, first, thank you for inviting me. And I think it's a privilege, it's an honor for me to be the part of this discussion as I know you since university and I've watched almost all your videos on YouTube. I find it wonderful. And I think all the guests that you've invited were experienced and amazing.
Honor for us actually that you have taken out time for us, and I'm sure it will be an amazing session and people will definitely learn a lot from this. And another wonderful thing, let me tell you about Saira before we begin this, is she is running her YouTube channel as well. And if you are somebody who would like to learn English and if you're a beginner when it comes to English language, so her channel to me is the best one because seriously, I love the way she used to teach people in a very short and a precise videos. So don't forget to watch it. The link is given in the description too. My first question to you, Saira, about because you are, mashallah, masters in linguistics. So what's the difference between linguistics and language for you as a linguist? What do you feel about it?
Well, if we talk about language, let me simplify it. Language is basically a mean of communication that helps you to express your ideas and thoughts. Talk to anyone and you can express your feelings and emotions. But as far as the linguistics is concerned, linguistics is more of a technical term. It is a scientific study of language where you get to know the verbal construction such as sound patterns or grammatical sentences.
If I understood correctly, Saira, correct me if I'm wrong, like language is a way of communication and the linguistics is a study of language, isn't it?
Yes. Very well.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful, actually. And I would love to have had one master's at least in linguistics. Language, as we have just recently discussed, is about something which we used to communicate. And, since the dawn of civilization, it's an ongoing process where people are going across, discussing, communicating in language. And language, you can say it's kind of a backbone of that. And so one more thing is coming in my mind is about cross-cultural interaction. What does the role of a language in that, Saira?
Basically, cross cultural communication or intercultural communication are the separate fields. People study that. Why it is important? Because if you want to start up a business somewhere in the world and you want to communicate your business strategies, you really need to know the culture of that country or the state. If you don't know that, I mean, you would not be able to progress or flourish your business. So for that matter, you need to know the language. If you obviously, if you want to know the culture of any country or any state, language is something that enables you to do that. And if you want to talk about the technology, if without English, I think you would find it difficult, because if you talk about the internet, people speak in English more than any other language. So I think cross cultural communication is the key to progress. If you want to progress in business, technology, and internet, you need to know the language of that country. And
Uh,
most of the countries have English as their second language or third language. So it is important.
you
It
talked
actually
about. Uh-huh. Please
it
continue.
actually plays a role of a bridge. Wakar, it plays a role of a bridge. It fills the gap. If you want to
Absolutely.
travel, for example, if you want to travel, what do you need? You need a language, obviously, and that language is English. English is the lingua franca, obviously. So you need to know that.
My
Uh,
second question to you is specifically about the English language, because since the colonization, now we live in kind of a post-colonial era where English has become kind of an international global language, or you said the lingua franca of the world. Why it is so important, Saira, or a mandatory for the people to learn English? Why not the other language? Why English is so important for all of us to learn, especially across the globe?
Basically, it's not only about the British colonialism. It's also about the American United States rise after the World War II. So you may see that international democracy and as well as the air traffic control, they all are dependent on English. People are talking English, people are using English there. So if you want to buy a ticket, or if you want to go abroad, you need to have that command, even if slightest command on the language, so you can easily talk to that person about the boarding or everything like that. So why English is important? Because I think it has made its own place by spreading it all around the world. For example, let's suppose American television, people watch it daily, they binge watch it. So what do they promote? They promote their language through that. People are watching them, so they are doing it deliberately, and we.
Absolutely. And even if we go a little beyond that, social, political, economical, even in every aspect of life, especially across the globe, English have in fact, overtaken each and every language. What do you comment on that?
Exactly. If you talk about the hospitality industry, what do you think about that? What do you think? English has a major role to play there. So,
Mm,
if you want to go for the simple thing, let me talk about the simple thing. If you want to go and you want to order a food, what do you do? What do you read? You read a
yep.
menu card. If you
Mm,
don't know, how to read, will you be able to know the dish, or will you be able to know the ingredients? Obviously you would have something that you don't like because you don't know how to order. If simple things, smallest thing, for smallest thing you need language, and that language is unfortunately is not my language. I would love if Urdu has got the same importance like English in my country also. If you see someone speaking in Urdu and he is intellectual, but if you see some other person and he's speaking in English, people would appreciate him. Wow, he's so genius, he knows everything. Although that person who speaks in Urdu, he knows more than that person in English, speaking in English. People give it, privilege. It's a privileged language. Why? Because they are doing that deliberately. They want us to understand this language. They want us to speak this language, and we do.
absolutely. Absolutely. And like with lots of research going around, academic research, academic journals, you have to understand or you have to know this language in order to read those journals. And to be very honest with you guys, but that's what Saira is being pointing out, and that's what we are discussing here, that you need to learn this language, understand this language, and if you are somebody who is a traveler, so this language, this English language is becoming a language for you to communicate. Businesses, trips, picnics, yes, these are the things should be discussed, but language is something that without it you cannot discuss anything. Sarah, before we end, what your message as a linguist to those who believe that speaking in English or speaking in a language is a very hard or a difficult thing? What would you suggest to them?
Well, for a person who doesn't know about English, like no, doesn't know single thing about English, maybe he would find it difficult. But I would suggest him to just start learning it by reading. Start with the reading, okay, and after that you may listen to the native speakers of that language. How? You may watch their stuff. It's available on internet and it's free. You don't have to pay a single penny for that. And also you can watch my videos, so it would be easy and fun for you to understand this language and to uh, you know uh,
Absolutely.
I'm not an expert, by the way, but I try my level best, whatever I know, and in whatever possible way I could help you. I try my level best to do that, and just try to listen and watch stuff on internet in English, and you would be able to speak it. It's not that difficult, believe me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
For example, you can't live in a bubble. You have to do for job, you have to go for the further studies, you have to start your own business. So you need something that could communicate your ideas across the globe. So that tool is a language. And what language is a lingua franca, what language is easily be understood by almost every other person, is English. You can't speak in Mandarin, you can't speak in Urdu, unfortunately. You have to speak in English. So why not understand it and enjoy it?
absolutely. And by enjoying or understanding, it's better thing to actually learn. So that is the key of this discussion, that enjoy each and everything. And while enjoying, you can't even imagine the amount of work you are learning. So I think, Saira, thanks a lot for coming, and it's indeed a pleasure talking to you. And I wish if we could have had more time to discuss this, because I know it's a very vast topic. But before end, I just want all of you to subscribe to her channel, which is
Wait, what English?
absolutely. And through short, precise videos, you can simply learn how to speak this language. So take great care of yourself. Allah Hafiz, and
Allah.
stay curious for much more.
Thank you. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.